Del Mar is one of the most exclusive and breathtaking coastal communities in all of Southern California, with some of the most coveted and rarest beach homes on the West Coast. It's the kind of place people compare to very well-known coastal neighbors. To the south, you've got scenic La Jolla, and just to the north, Solana Beach. But after comparison, many still say, I'd rather be in Del Mar. Today, I'll share exactly why. Even more surprising, Del Mar is substantially larger than most people realize. In this video, I'm taking you on a community tour of Del Mar, the classic beach colony, then up into Old Del Mar Hillside, a peek into South Del Mar. I'll share some insights about Del Mar Heights and wrap it up with parts of Del Mar most people aren't even aware of. If you're thinking about a move to this area, what you learn today could make all the difference. I'm Jack, a local real estate expert specializing in Del Mar real estate and the North County coastal communities. My goal with this channel is to provide you the most useful information for your move to North San Diego County. After decades in real estate and helping hundreds of families find their perfect home, I've learned there's nothing more fulfilling for me than making this transition easier for you. If you're thinking about buying a home along the North San Diego County coastline, I'd love to be the realtor you choose. My direct contact information is right here on the screen and also in the notes below. Just give me a call, text, or shoot me an email personally. Let's jump right into it. Just west of the fairgrounds is the beach colony. Small, coveted cluster of homes right on the sand in Del Mar Beach. What makes this area so special is something that most buyers don't realize. Along the entire San Diego coastline, most of the beach is on an elevated bluff. True on-the-sand homes where you step off your back deck and your feet hit the sand are extremely rare. If you count only those ultra-rare direct beachfront homes, you're likely talking about fewer than 70 in the entire county, and a good portion of them right here in the beach colony. How's that for scarcity? These homes rarely hit the market, and when they do, they often trade well over the 10 million mark. For privacy, I'll omit names, but know this, some of the wealthiest individuals on the planet own beachfront homes here in Del Mar. Many are acquired through corporations or trusts for discretion and tax planning purposes, and most of them aren't even primary residences. These are top-notch coastal beach houses designed to complement grander estates elsewhere, whether it's a compound in the mountains or a Manhattan penthouse or a sprawling ranch in Rancho Santa Fe. This is beach living in its purest form, walkable, sun-drenched, and right in the heart of North Coastal San Diego. But that kind of access comes with trade-offs. Lots are tight, and during peak season, the crowds soak up every inch of available parking. Unless you're relaxing in your own private deck, finding 20 feet of personal space on the beach can be a challenge. And while the sound of waves crashing can be incredibly rejuvenating for a weekend or for vacation, long-term residents often either tune it out or find it too loud to be calming. There's also the constant flow of visitors from adjacent vacation rentals and neighbors hosting get-togethers, especially during summer and race season. And because these homes are truly on the sand, you'll often have beachgoers walking past at all hours, which can make life feel a little bit like a fishbowl. For homes just set off the sand, it's less of an issue, but still something to consider if a true beachfront home is on your wish list. Still, for the right buyer, someone looking for a rare, unfiltered coastal living in a high-energy beach zone, there's nothing quite like it. Just up from the beach colony, the energy starts to shift. You're still in the city of Del Mar, but now you're climbing up into Old Del Mar where the terrain rises, the streets start to curve, and the vibe becomes quieter and more refined. What makes Old Del Mar so unique isn't just the views, it's the character. This part of town is tucked into a lush, green coastal hillside, dotted with mature Torrey pines, coastal oaks, and native landscape that's been here for generations and intentionally preserved. The streets are purposefully winding, the lots are irregular, and the homes feel as though they were carved right into the land, not stamped onto it. On the hillside, big blue views are absolutely here, but just as often the value is in the peak of blue you catch through the established tree canopy or framed by a burst of colorful sandstone bluff, and of course native coastal sage. It's not just a view, it's a reminder that what you see is private, like it's exclusively yours. You'll find a mix of historic estates, classic older homes with character, and modern architectural masterpieces, many designed to maximize ocean views and privacy. It's not uncommon to see a 1920s cottage next to a sleek, contemporary showpiece, and somehow it works. And what's it like to live here? When you wake up in the morning, there's an unmistakable quiet that settles in with the coastal marine layer and the faint sound of the waves crashing in the distance. You might hear the soft drip of a dew off a Torrey pine and the fresh earthy scent that's unique to Del Mar. Then the sun begins to slowly rise, burning off the mist, and the first warm ray hits your skin as you head out for a walk along the bluff or down to the sand. And at the end of the day, the sunsets are an event. The whole community stops to celebrate because to live here comes with a heavy dose of gratitude. It's not just a routine, it's a rhythm. It's just Del Mar. Because this area falls within the incorporated city of Del Mar, there are strict zoning and design review standards that can mean more hoops to jump through if you plan to remodel or build. But it also means the area's charm, natural beauty, and privacy are carefully protected. And the walkability here is something truly special. Old Del Mar is built around a charming stretch of Camino del Mar, the local name for the historic Highway 101. It's more than just a road. It's a daily experience. It's where you grab your coffee, visit your favorite local restaurant, run into neighbors, or shop at the farmer's market. You might end your day with yoga on the Ocean View deck at the Del Mar Community Center, and a sunset stroll to Seagrove Park, or a glass of wine on the rooftop at Plaza Del Mar. It's the kind of place where the routine is the lifestyle. Now let's head just south of the city limits into what's commonly known as South Del Mar. Here's where things get interesting because even though these homes carry a Del Mar address and the 92014 zip code, they're not technically in the city of Del Mar. They fall into the city of San Diego, which comes with a different set of zoning rules, city services, school options, but also a lot of unexpected advantages. What makes South Del Mar especially unique is the diversity of housing. Within just a few blocks, you'll find condos, townhomes, conservative single-family homes, and larger custom residences perched on top sandstone bluffs, many with surprising views. It's a rare mix for a coastal market, appealing to buyers with different priorities and budgets. Though, make no mistake, prices are still high, as you expect along the coast. But typically they come in below the beach colony or Old Del Mar hillside. And some would argue the views here are even better. The hillside of South Del Mar is perched right above the famous Torrey Pine State Beach and Preserve, making it not only a stunning backdrop, but also a weekend hiking and beach destination for locals from all over the county and visitors from far beyond. Compared to Old Del Mar, there are fewer trees and less dense landscaping, which means the views are more open and often more animated. You'll see trains gliding past the wetlands, tides shifting through the lagoon, waves crashing below, and the flow of traffic along the I-5, and yes, sometimes a blimp floating over Torrey Pines Golf Course during a national event. It's a setting that feels alive and always in motion. You're still in the Del Mar Union School District, which is a major plus for families, and since this area falls under the city of San Diego, the rules for remodels, additions, or ADUs are typically much more flexible than the city of Del Mar, making it easier to create a home that evolves with your lifestyle. And if you're commuting, South Del Mar might be one of the most strategically located coastal neighborhoods in North County. It sits at the intersection of the I-5 and the 56, and just north of the 805 and the 5 split, giving you multiple route options, something most beach towns don't offer. And when you're heading north, traffic bottlenecks tend to begin right around Solana Beach, meaning you're often ahead of the slowdown, not stuck in it. As for daily life, it's a little quieter here, but not without local flavor. There are a few walkable restaurants, and Bird Rock Coffee Roaster sits right on the lagoon, offering casual stops for locals on foot or bike. That said, it's not the retail-rich corridor of Del Mar Village, but it's only about a 7-minute e-bike ride or golf cart ride to Camino del Mar. where you'll find more restaurants, shopping, and community energy. South Del Mar gives you a little bit of everything: views, variety, flexibility, and a Del Mar zip code in a setting that's quietly offers more than most people expect. Now let's head inland to a neighborhood that often surprises buyers: Del Mar Heights. Despite the name, this area isn't in the city of Del Mar, and it isn't part of Carmel Valley either. Like South Del Mar, it's technically within the city of San Diego, but still shares the Del Mar mailing address and the 92014 zip code. This part of the community sits on a broad plateau between the old Del Mar hillside and the I-5 freeway. The layout is more organized, residential, and the homes were mostly built in the 1970s and 1980s. You'll find a mix of single-level and two-story homes, many of which have been updated over the years. The streets are clean, landscaping is well kept, and it has a peaceful, suburban feel that appeals to families and professionals alike. The biggest draw here isn't dramatic ocean views. It's convenience, consistency, and lifestyle. That said, homes along the outer edges of the plateau do offer views of nearby canyons, valleys, or distant inland ridges, and a few offer a glimpse of the coastline, though homes on the eastern slope may also pick up some freeway activity and light road noise, depending on location and elevation. What this neighborhood lacks in beach town charm, it makes up for in accessibility, in contrast to Old Del Mar or the Beach Colony, where stop signs, summer traffic, and coastal signals can slow things down. Here, you're just minutes from the I-5. And just east of the freeway, you've got two major retail lifestyle hubs, one Paseo and the Del Mar Heights Town Center. Between the two, you'll find everything from groceries to fitness to top restaurants, boutiques, wine bars, salons, and even luxury retail. It's one of the most complete suburban amenity packages anywhere along the coast. The area falls within the Del Mar Union and San Diego Union High School districts, both which are top tier and a huge draw for families. Del Mar Heights is a quieter, more residential expression of Del Mar living. If you're looking for a clean, consistent neighborhood with great schools and a coastal zip code and fewer surprises, this might be your spot. When most people hear Del Mar, they think of the beach, the racetrack, or the charming stretch of Camino del Mar with shops and ocean views. But what surprises most buyers is how much of the Del Mar address actually lies east of the I-5 freeway, and how completely different it feels. This inland section, often referred to as East Del Mar or Rancho Del Mar, still shares the 92014 zip code and the Del Mar mailing address, but it's well outside the city limits. Part of the area falls within the city of San Diego, and a portion actually lies in an unincorporated part of San Diego County. There's pros and cons to each, which I won't go into here, but just know both are highly regarded and offer excellent options. The lifestyle here leans much more towards Rancho Santa Fe than anything beachy, but with a few key differences. Because it's located southwest of Rancho Santa Fe, this part of Del Mar tends to offer better access to coastal transportation corridors and feels slightly less secluded, which can be a pro or a con depending on what you're looking for. You'll still find gated entries and rolling hills and a sense of quiet estate living, but homes here typically have smaller square footage than Rancho Santa Fe's larger compounds, and many fall within planned HOA-regulated communities designed for security, aesthetics, and overall neighborhood consistency. You won't find the same equestrian presence here either. Aside from a few horse training facilities, this area is less ranch-like and more residential in scale. Lots are large by coastal standards, but think smaller large lots, not sprawling acreage. Some well-known examples include Fairbanks Ranch, Del Mar Country Club, Rancho Santa Fe Farms, all prestigious communities with Del Mar address, though none fall within the city of Del Mar at all. And while you're farther from the ocean, you're still zoned here for top-tier public schools that tend to outperform private schools in many regards. Those are the Del Mar Union School District for elementary and the San Diego Union High School District for middle and high schools, both consistently ranked among the best in California. There's no boardwalk here, no beach crowd, and no surf shops. But if you want privacy, open skies, and a different kind of luxury, with the Del Mar name in your address, this is where you'll find it. So what's your version of Del Mar? A glass of wine on a rooftop at sunset, a private estate above a golf course, or a barefoot walk from your back door straight into the sand? One thing is clear, not all Del Mar addresses are created equal. Understanding these neighborhoods, what's actually within the city, what shares the zip code, and how lifestyle, pricing, and value vary between them can make all the difference in your move. I specialize in Del Mar real estate and the surrounding North County coastal communities. If you're contemplating a move within the county or relocating from out of the area, let's connect. My direct contact information is right here on the screen and also in the notes below. If you're thinking about buying a home along the North San Diego County coastline, I'd love to be the realtor you choose. It's never too early to get a clear start on your search, talk through timing, and start putting together a plan that helps you avoid the most common buyer pitfalls. Call, text, email, and let's get started. And of course, you don't know Jack unless you do.